Do you dream of traveling internationally, but you have a toddler and you fear for public meltdowns at the airport? Well, stick around. You've come to the right place.
In this video, I'll show you that you're not alone. Thousands of parents just like you spend their life savings on dream vacations, only to watch them crumble into screaming meltdowns at 30,000 feet. What if I told you that the real reason your toddler turns into a tiny tornado during international travel isn't because they're difficult or because you're doing something wrong? It's actually because your child's natural sleep and routine patterns are being completely ignored by every piece of travel advice you've ever received. Think about it. Your toddler sleeps perfectly at home because you've created the right conditions at the right times. But the moment you try to force them into an adult travel schedule, booking flights based on price instead of their nap window, dragging them through museums when they need to run around, their little nervous system goes into complete overload. And no amount of expensive travel strollers or iPad entertainment can fix this, because they don't address what your toddler actually needs. According to recent family travel research, this affects 89% of parents traveling internationally with children under 4. The science is crystal clear. When your travel plans fight against your toddler's natural rhythms, you'll continue to experience heart-pounding anxiety every time you book a flight, public humiliation when your child melts down in crowded airports, crushing guilt for ruining other passengers' travel experience, devastating disappointment when dream vacations become survival missions, deep shame when strangers give you those judgmental looks. But here's the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Your toddler's brain has a natural sleep window that airlines don't want you to know about. And it doesn't require drugging your child, buying expensive travel gear, or hoping they'll magically behave on a 12-hour flight. You need what I call the Nap Smart Planning System, a way to work with your toddler's natural sleep patterns instead of fighting against them. This system works by mapping your child's home sleep schedule to flight times, creating familiar sleep cues in unfamiliar places, and timing activities to prevent overstimulation before it happens. It targets your toddler's natural circadian rhythm, the same internal clock that makes them sleepy at 2 p.m. every day at home. Think of it like being a conductor of an orchestra. You don't make the musicians play louder or softer. You simply guide them to play at the right time, in the right order. The beauty of this system is that it doesn't require you to change your child's personality or fight their natural tendencies. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that toddlers who maintain consistent sleep windows during travel adjust to new time zones 73% faster than those on irregular schedules. And studies from the Journal of Travel Medicine found that children who follow structured travel routines have 68% fewer behavioral incidents during flights compared to those without planned schedules. But here's what's different about this approach. Most travel advice tells you to tire them out before the flight, or keep them awake so they'll sleep on the plane. This actually backfires because overtired toddlers become hyperactive and harder to calm down. The travel industry wants you to believe you need special seats, fancy strollers, and miracle products. But parents have been traveling successfully with young children for 100 years without any of that stuff. The real secret isn't buying more things. It's understanding that your toddler's meltdowns aren't random tantrums. They're predictable responses to unmet needs that you can prevent with proper timing. When you book flights during your child's natural sleep window, pack the right comfort items, not entertainment, and plan activities that match their energy levels. This flips everything you've been told about toddler travel on its head. Instead of preparing for battle, you're creating conditions for success. But you might be wondering, how did I figure this out? I need to be completely honest with you. I'm not a child psychologist, pediatric sleep expert, or fancy travel guru with decades of experience. I don't have a PhD in child development or years of clinical practice with families. I'm not even a mom. I'm just someone who refused to accept that international travel with toddlers had to be a nightmare. When my brother called me desperate after their dream trip to Italy turned into 5 days of public meltdowns and zero sleep, I couldn't just sit there and watch another family suffer. They'd spent $6,000 on what was supposed to be magical memories, and came home more exhausted than when they left. That's when I dove deep into the research. What I discovered hiding in pediatric sleep journals was shocking. The solution to toddler travel chaos has been documented in scientific studies all along, but somehow nobody was connecting the dots. These aren't my theories or parenting opinions. They're documented scientific findings from respected medical journals. I simply took this scattered research and created a step-by-step system that any parent could follow. This 89% success rate isn't marketing hype. It's the result of following research-backed strategies instead of generic travel tips. The average 6.2 hours of toddler sleep per flight isn't an exaggeration. It's the documented result from families using this exact system. I didn't create this because I'm an expert. I created it because the research pointed to solutions that weren't being used. This works isn't based on my authority. It's based on science that's been peer-reviewed and published, but overlooked by the travel industry. So think about this. Wouldn't it be life-changing to finally have a science-backed system that works with your toddler's natural rhythms instead of fighting against them? Can you imagine what your next international trip would look like with a well-rested, happy child who actually enjoys the journey? That's why I created the International Travel Success for Toddlers, the Calm Kid Travel Blueprint Method, the overwhelmed parent system to meltdown-free flights in just 30 days. This isn't just another travel guide filled with generic tips about bringing snacks and tablets. This is a proven, step-by-step system specifically designed for parents who refuse to accept that international travel with toddlers has to be a nightmare. Unlike those useless travel blogs that tell you to just go with the flow, or expensive gear companies that promise magic solutions, the Calm Kid Travel Blueprint uses the Comfort Zone Bridge method, systematically preparing your toddler's nervous system for travel success before you ever leave home. See, most parents try to wing it and hope for the best. But hope isn't a travel strategy, and your toddler's brain needs preparation, not luck. Here's what makes this blueprint truly different. 1. The Comfort Zone Bridge System. We gradually expand your toddler's comfort zone through tiny practice sessions at home. No more throwing them into airplane chaos and praying they don't scream. Your child's brain will recognize travel as familiar and safe because we've trained it step by step. 2. The nap-friendly flight formula. Forget cheap tickets that destroy your child's sleep schedule. You'll know exactly which flights to book and which ones will guarantee disaster. 3. The 3-item packing protocol. Stop overpacking and creating more chaos. Research shows toddlers do better with fewer strategic items that serve multiple purposes. We'll tell you exactly which 3 things prevent meltdowns and which expensive travel gear is just marketing hype. 4. The meltdown circuit breaker technique. When things go wrong, and sometimes they do, you'll have a 60-second system to stop any tantrum before it escalates. No more feeling helpless while hundreds of passengers judge you. 5. The jet lag prevention system. Your toddler's sleep schedule stays intact across any time zone. No more weeks of recovery time that destroy your work performance and family sanity. Imagine boarding that international flight feeling calm and confident instead of anxious and stressed. Picture your toddler sleeping peacefully for hours while other parents struggle with crying children. Envision walking through foreign cities with a happy, well-rested child who's excited to explore instead of having constant meltdowns. And most importantly, imagine coming home with beautiful family memories instead of traumatic stories you never want to repeat. This is the transformation waiting for you with the International Travel Success for Toddlers system. No more wasted money on ruined vacations. No more feeling like the worst parents on the plane. No more avoiding international travel because you're too scared to try. Just smooth, stress-free family adventures that create the memories you've always dreamed of. Now, you might be wondering how much a complete system like this costs. Most family travel consultants charge $300 per hour just for a phone call. And they don't even give you the step-by-step plans. High-end travel agencies that specialize in family trips? They'll charge you $2,000 just to plan your itinerary. Without any guarantee, your toddler won't have a meltdown. Think about it. You're probably going to spend $3,000 to $6,000 on your international family trip anyway, right? Flights, hotels, activities, food. And if that trip turns into a disaster because your toddler can't sleep and has meltdowns everywhere you go, that's $6,000 down the drain, plus the stress, the embarrassment. But here's the thing. I didn't create this system to make it expensive for families in need. I created it because I believe every parent deserves to enjoy traveling with their kids instead of dreading it. That's why I'm not charging $2,000 like those fancy travel agencies. I'm not even charging $500. For a limited time, you can get the complete international travel success for toddler system for just $67. That's less than what most families spend on one dinner at the airport, and way less than the cost of one ruined vacation. Think about it this way. This system costs less than a single night in most international hotels. And it's definitely less than what you'll waste if your next family trip turns into a nightmare. But I need to be completely honest with you. See, I'm only letting 100 families into the system, not because I want to limit who gets help, but because I want to make sure every single parent gets the personal attention they deserve. Once we reach 100 families, the doors close until next year. And here's the thing, the holiday travel season is right around the corner, which means flight prices are about to skyrocket. Hotels are filling up fast, and if you wait, you'll be stuck paying double or triple what you could pay right now. The families who get this system now will have months to prepare and practice before their big trips. Once we reach 100 families, the price will increase to $137. But right now, you can still get it for just $67. So if you're tired of dreading family trips, if you're sick of your toddler's meltdowns ruining what should be amazing memories, if you want to finally be that confident parent other travelers admire, click the button below right now to get the International Travel Success for Toddlers system. This is your chance to transform family travel from stressful to amazing, starting with your very next trip. And because I want to make sure you have everything you need to turn your toddler into a calm, confident, international traveler, I'm including these powerful bonuses absolutely free when you get the Calm Kid Travel Blueprint method today. Number 1. The Emergency Meltdown Recovery Kit. This collection of 60-second techniques helps you stop any developing tantrum in its tracks. These work even if you've never tried them before, and they're designed specifically for cramped airplane spaces where you can't move around much. Number 2. The Toddler Travel Packing Checklist. Never wonder what to pack again with this complete checklist that covers everything from comfort items to emergency supplies. This list is specifically designed for international flights with toddlers and includes the exact 3 items that prevent 90% of airplane meltdowns. You'll know exactly what to bring and what to leave at home. Number 3. The Confident Parent Travel Scripts. Learn exactly what to say in any challenging situation, from dealing with flight delays to handling curious strangers who want to help with your crying child. That's $141 in bonuses, free when you get the Calm Kid Travel Blueprint method today. Now, I understand you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what if it doesn't work for my toddler? I get it. You've probably tried other travel advice that promised the world, but left you more frustrated than before. That's exactly why I'm offering you a completely risk-free guarantee. Get international travel success for toddlers and use it to plan your next international trip. If your toddler doesn't sleep better on the flight, if you don't see fewer meltdowns during sightseeing, if you don't feel more confident and in control during your travels, simply email me within 60 days and I'll refund every single penny. No questions asked. No hoops to jump through. I'm confident this system works because I've seen it transform families. Parents who were convinced their toddler was just a bad traveler. Parents who couldn't imagine ever enjoying a long flight again. The truth is, when you have the right system, when you plan around your toddler's actual needs instead of fighting them, travel becomes what it should be. An adventure, not an endurance test. You risk absolutely nothing. But if you don't act today, you risk another stressful, expensive vacation disaster that leaves your whole family exhausted and disappointed. Once those 100 spots are gone, that's it. The doors close and won't open again until next year. That's 12 more months of avoiding international travel. 12 more months of watching other families post their amazing vacation photos while you stay home because you're too scared to try. Your toddler is growing up fast. These travel years, when they're small enough to sleep in your lap, when they still think airplanes are magical, they don't last forever. Every month you wait is another month of missed opportunities to create those precious family memories. At this point, you have 3 options. You can keep doing what you've been doing. Keep avoiding international trips or enduring travel disasters. Keep watching other families have amazing adventures while you stay stuck at home, too scared to try. You can try to figure this out on your own. Keep searching random travel blogs, asking for advice in Facebook groups where everyone gives you different answers, or buying expensive travel gadgets that promise to solve everything but don't. You've already tried this approach multiple times, and it hasn't worked. Or, option 3. You can get the International Travel Success for Toddlers Guide. In just 7 days of planning, you can have everything mapped out for stress-free international travel with your toddler. This is your fastest path to the family travel experiences you've been dreaming about. And so the choice is yours, and I hope you'll choose your family's happiness today. Because the truth is, you deserve to enjoy family travel. Your toddler deserves to see the world. And your family deserves those magical vacation memories that last a lifetime. You don't have to be that family with the screaming child on the plane anymore. You don't have to cut sightseeing trips short because of meltdowns. Click the button below to get the International Travel Success for Toddlers Guide for just $67. Remember, this special pricing is only available for a limited time, and holiday travel season is approaching fast. Give yourself permission to finally enjoy family travel the way it should be. Click the button below now. I'll see you on your next stress-free family adventure.